Crash out, crash. Crash, 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 crash out, crash. Crash, 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 crash.
My niggas don't wanna hear you 50-year-old niggas rapping no more. I'm sorry to tell y'all niggas, but that dead, nigga. Y'all niggas need to start a podcast.
Yeah, Fat Joe talks too much. Yeah, he cuts niggas off. We know that. He has a problem with that. Yes, I know that. Who the are you, nigga?
Knotti is off his meds again, go call the nurse. Them voices up in his head again, they only get worse. He talks, then boom, the threats come in, nigga, don't get hurt. Every episode, someone upset with him with the fucking curse. Nigga, crazy.
Okay, listen up. We're on our road to 10,000 subscribers. If you're watching this podcast and you rock with the content, I'm going to need you to do me and you a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah, do it right now.
Ready. Fight.
I mean, it's a bunch of hoe-ass niggas on YouTube mad at rappers because
what?
they...
What just happened?
You want me to leave the dirt?
Yes.
All right, I'll leave them alone.
Let them get their
That's
back.
what you want me to say?
Yeah, man, leave them
They
alone.
love this shit. They feel like they get acknowledged.
Yeah, but it's
A big
another
boys
way to
watching
acknowledge them.
All right, I ain't
Don't
going to
get
diss.
their back.
Don't
This
diss
is
the
the-
dirty section no more. Okay, that's it. We move on. No more Aeon. No bit more in Vietnam. Fuck you niggas. Suck my Yo, Kiss, you know why? You don't be in the dirty section. Them niggas be killing me in the dirty
Cause you
section.
bothering them.
They
man.
got me
Let them
gay.
get their back,
They got
man.
me gay. They got me, I'm a rat. I'm a gay. I'm pussy. I'm a thief. You can't even begin. Like, I've been called
You let all of that
everything.
bother you?
I gotta be honest, nobody asked for this show. Now, Fat Joe has been throwing a lot of shots at the dirty sector.
All you old rappers, nigga, y'all niggas is washed up, nigga. Or y'all start a podcast, nigga. Y'all niggas should be podcast gang.
Okay, so I've been watching this podcast drama play out for the whole week. And I really don't have much on the negative side to say about this, right? I feel like my position, being that I'm new to the space, is more to give a positive outlook on this thing instead of just being negative. Sometimes I like to do my crazy spaz out, wild people up. I love doing that. But in this situation, I'm going to take the high road.
I just want to say, can we all get along?
First of all, I think there's enough space, enough room for everybody in the podcasting world. If you go on YouTube, this is not the only podcast space there is. And I think we get so lost in our small little circle, our small little world, that we forget that there's a whole world out there. YouTube is filled with financial podcasts. You have religious podcasts. You have street podcasts. You have cooking podcasts. Podcast is not something that belongs to a certain group of people. It's a new form of media. It's the people becoming the news, the people reporting, broadcasting, and sharing their stories with the world. With that said, there's enough room for all of us. Now, as far as the podcast is saying, now the rappers are coming into our space, it's not your space. I'm being honest. It's not your space.
I'm saying it's a bunch of hoe-ass niggas on YouTube crying about rappers and artists doing podcasts and angry about that. And I'm just like, it don't matter. We can do whatever we want to do. I'm never complaining about what another man do.
I want to hear from some of these rappers. There are people out there who love the music business, who want to be a part of the music business, who want to hear the experience of some of the people who've been into the music business. Or they have an artist that they loved, but they only got to hear them on little interviews here and there. They didn't get to hear them dig in really and find out what their character really is about. So now we're getting to experience that with the podcasting world. It's the new way of media. So it's not like it belongs to a certain group of people. Now, as far as the dirty sector goes, I'm not too knowledgeable about the dirty sector. China Brim, that's my guy who brought me into the space, and I know China Brim. I think podcasting belongs to every and anybody who's willing to put in the work and do it. So the space is wide open, and it doesn't call for us battling. It's not a block. You understand what I'm saying? But we've brought the street block mentality to the YouTube world. And that street block mentality is a poison, because this is the thing with the block, right? Most of the people that argue over blocks, fight over blocks, most of them don't have deeds to any of the building or any of the property on the block. Same thing here. YouTube is the block. None of these people that are podcasting, none of these people that are creating shows here, none of us own the block. We're all renting, right? And the good thing about this block is we can get an Airbnb on this block, right? We can get a little space on this block where we start making the rent, and we can make money, and we can monetize and get some ad money off of the work that we do. Now, that is a beautiful thing, and I think that we should really pay attention to the opportunities in this space instead of trying to fight for the ownership of something that we will never own. We don't own this. Until you get your own platform, you get your own YouTube, and you're able to make people go to your platform and check you out on your platform exclusively, then you have your own space and you don't have to worry about anybody. But here on YouTube, this is a block that belongs to us all. Okay? We always bring that hood mentality, pseudo ownership, where we feel like this is ours, this is our space. You know, when people never had nothing and they get something, they gatekeep it. They hold it. They don't want to share it. They don't want anybody else to get in. They want it all for themselves. And that goes on both sides of it, because I see it going on in the dirty sector. I see it going on in the rap sector, or whatever they call it over there. I see both sides arguing over something that doesn't belong to any of them. And that, to me, is retarded. Okay? I came here a couple of months ago. I'm brand new to it. I love the opportunity. And I've been telling other people to come over here. People that I know that have personalities that I think that they need to broadcast, and they should let the people see who they are, because I have a lot of friends that are funny. I have some homegirls that I want to get into podcasting because they have an ill perspective, and I want to get some female perspective on some of the things. It's a wide open space that everybody can eat from. Of course, it's going to become crowded, but that's when the talent really kicks in, and the best of the best are going to shine. The people who can really capture the interest, capture the attention, they're always going to shine. So if you're good at what you do, there's no reason to worry about who's over here doing it, who's over there doing it. Nothing. I would like to see Jadakiss and J1, his son, do a podcast together. I think that dynamic, a father and a son who love hip-hop, talking from both different generations, I think that would be dope. You feel me? I want to see Max B do a podcast, Max and French, because you have French that's kind of conservative but witty, and then you have Max that's all out, just slapstick comedy. I think that their dynamic works. I just feel like everybody has a space here that they can carve out and that we can share. You understand? The attention. This is like a whole new space now. I listen to more podcasts than I do to music. I don't even listen to rap like that. When I'm home, I don't really experience music like that. I'm listening to all these different podcasts because I'm gaining insight. I'm hearing other humans talk about their experience. It's an exciting thing. Everybody, I love them all. Some more than others. I'm hoping that the space grows even more and more personalities come into the space. I don't think we need to be fighting and arguing over something that's open for us all. This is just a new media, a new way of communications through humans, period. So us fighting for this little small dot in a universe, it makes no sense, okay? We're warring for no reason. You don't own YouTube. None of the people that are back and forthing right now own YouTube. It's all just content. That's what it's for. So for the people out there that's watching from the outside in, looking like this person's beefing, that person's beefing, it's just content. I don't think any of these guys want to kill each other. I'm not mad at Joe for saying SMD. This is New York.
Suck my dick, nigga.
I'm not mad at Joe for saying that. And on the other flip side, I'm not mad at Hassan Campbell. I'm not mad at Harlem Legend. I'm not mad at China. I'm not mad at nobody for clapping back too, because that makes good content. And that's what we have to understand, is that this is all about content. Nobody hates Jim Jones over here. Nobody wants anything bad to happen to Jim Jones. Nobody hates Maino. Nobody hates Fabulous. Nobody hates Dave East. But we do pick on each other. We do laugh at each other. We do talk about each other. At the end of the day, what's the old saying? all press is good press, right? So when we're talking crazy about Jim Jones sometimes, what you guys don't understand is we're giving him a layover to his next show. We're keeping his name in the algorithm. We're keeping him alive. We're keeping him going. So it's like we're all working in tandem together. You create content, you give us something to rebut to or response to. It's just an ecosystem of conversation. And conversation is not by one person on one platform that dominates the conversation. It's all of us adding our bits and pieces into it and other people sharing their perspectives so that people that are viewing it can get different sides of the story and be able to decide for themselves what they like, what they don't like, but it all works in tandem. We all work together. So let's not treat this like the block. Nobody's out here slinging. There's no slot time. Bro, do your show and don't worry about the next person. All right? That's it. Whatever you're doing in life, in 2026, have tunnel vision, and I promise you it's going to pay off. So shout out to all the podcasts. I love all of them. I'm going to continue speaking crazy about everybody because that's my angle. I love comedy. I love the drama. I love all of the toxicity. I love it. Okay? But I do want everybody to know, if you're watching this, I respect all of you as creatives. I respect all of you for getting on these platforms and using the technology to tell your stories. I respect us all for putting in work. Please, everybody, in the words of the great Rodney King.
Can we all get along?
What you and I need to do is learn to forget our differences. Any little spat that they had, they'd settle it among themselves. Go into a huddle. Don't let the enemy know that you got a disagreement. Instead of us airing our differences in public, we have to realize we're all the same family. And when you have a family squabble, you don't get out on the sidewalk. If you do, everybody calls you uncouth, unrefined, uncivilized, savage.